1 2 1 2, let's go. I don't know what happened there. If that worked or not, I feel like that even the live stream went off like that. Just fully messed with everything. But we're trying new things on the channel. Going with the real F1 intro. No. Yeah, anyway, back in the thing. Big welcome to the channel. I'm the Motorsport Madman. And that was a messed up intro. You gotta try it, don't you? You gotta try it. I think the sound was messed up. I think it lagged out. But we cool, Matty. You gotta try it, don't you, Matty? You gotta try it. I gotta try and up my game. Do you know what I mean? Right, let's get the live timings on. Yeah, right, boom. Let's go. When I watch that back, I'll be like, what the hell? What happened there? You know what I mean? You got to try it, though. It'll be better next time. It'll be better the time after that. And then by the 8th time I try that, I'll have it bang on. You got to try it, don't you? Let me plug these in. Oh. How are we doing anyway? Qualifying for the French Grand Prix is almost upon us. Few minutes out. Let me get the right channel on. Right, let's go. Oh, here we go then. Yeah, countdown to French Grand Prix quali, 6.5 minutes. Carlos Sainz and Kevin Magnussen will be coming from the back of the grid no matter what happens today. They're taking brand new engine components. Obviously with Sainz, with his Ferrari, with his fire in Austria, you know, that was pretty much inevitable that Sainz will be starting this Grand Prix from last on the grid because he was bound to take new components. Also, Kevin Magnussen as well. So they'll be 19th and 20th no matter what. But yeah, we're on. Let's go. France. Quali. But yeah, how are we doing, guys? How are we doing? Coming off the back of a bit of a heavy denting. But yeah, we're here, we're rocking, we're cool. Hopefully the live timings work. Yeah, I was planning to have live GPS this weekend, but that's a different ball game. That try to get that to work. But you know, as with anything, every week the stream's better than the last one. So yeah, expectations for Williams this session. You know what? Williams have been actually decent, haven't they? Pace wise in all 3 practice sessions. Especially in practice 1 and then practice earlier on a couple of hours ago. I think Williams are getting in the top 10, aren't they? You know, well, with Albon anyway. He's getting in the top 10, which is a bit of a madness. But I don't know. When push comes to shove and everyone's on it, you know, if Albon gets through to Q3, that'll be mega. I don't really expect him to do that, but Aston Martin seems to be the worst car this weekend. Yeah. Aston Martin are having a nightmare of a season, really. I mean, Vettel's had a couple of good results, don't get me wrong. You know, Vettel's had like a 6th place in Azerbaijan and a couple of other points finishes. But on the whole, you know, they've taken a massive step backwards from just 2 years ago, that team. You know, that team was a racing point team winning the Bahrain Grand Prix. Then changed, you know, got bought out. Whatever, changed to Aston Martin, and it's dropped off massively. They were kind of midfield last season, and now they're at the back. You know, when that car got released, I think that was pretty much the first car to be launched, or one of the first couple of cars to be launched ahead of pre-season testing. I was looking at that thinking, this looks rapid. This looks mint. I thought it would be like, I don't know about championship contending, but it looked like a quick car, but because they've got that high nose, high front wing, I thought, yeah, they're going to get the air under the car, they're going to get the floor working better than anyone else. But no, they're kind of odd one out, going for the high nose concept. It hasn't really worked, and they're sort of probably too far down that road to change it. But yeah, Aston Martin, mate, nightmare. Right, let's go. We're almost ready for quali. Albon in Q3 in your qualifying predictions. I don't really do qualifying predictions. These are my predictions for the race, but that was before I knew. Oh, sugar! Music. Why has that come on? There we go. Sorry about. Yeah. These were my predictions before Sainz got the grid penalty. For new engine components, but yeah, I was going George Russell win. Yeah, I was confident. I mean, obviously these predictions are purposely a bit out there. Like it's easy to predict a Verstappen win, Leclerc second, and every single week you could predict the same thing. I purposely try and make my predictions a little bit out there, a little bit unlikely, so that when it does happen, when I do get a prediction bang on me, I've got bragging rights for years. But yeah, I try and go for something wacky, but. I've definitely overstepped the mark here. Mercedes have not got the pace to win this race. Judging off the practice sessions, Mercedes will be nowhere near it. They seem like they're a second off the pace. Lewis Hamilton in practice before being told he's 1.7 behind Verstappen, and he was like 1.7. Gee, we're like. For some reason, I feel like Mercedes have taken a step backwards this race, which is not ideal. They were on an upward trajectory. Oh, that's easy to say. The last few races, they were on an upward curve. We'll say curve. And they were catching Ferrari and Red Bull. In the British Grand Prix, Hamilton was there or thereabouts with pace, with race pace. I feel like they've dropped off here. They seem to be like, I feel like Hamilton and Russell might just be about within a second of Verstappen and Leclerc, but that might be about it. It'd be good enough for like fourth, fifth, and sixth on the grid, something like that. But yeah, a bit disappointing, really. I was hoping for a second half of the season with 6 cars fighting for every single win. We've not got that yet, I don't think, but maybe that's on its way. Captain Scarlet. What is this? Sorry, mate, just sent me something there today. I can't switch the phone on my car, but just trying to Ernesto's not in chat today, is he? You know what I mean? Ernesto, where are you, bro? I'm on the wrong screen. Let me get back on. I haven't got any music playing, have I? I don't think we got any music playing. We're cool. But yeah, we're just about to get underway for Q1. If you don't know how qualifying works, it's split into 3 sections. You've got Q1, Q2, and Q3. So Q1, it's just about not being in the bottom 5. There's an 18-minute timer. At the end of the 18 minutes, the people with the slowest 5 lap times over the 18-minute period do get knocked out. Their grid position will be set. Then you go through to Q2. That's about knocking out 11th through 15th. And Q2 is all about getting through to Q3, which is a pole position shootout. That is the top 10 drivers, and they'll fight for pole position in Q3. That'll be in about 45 minutes. But we're about to get Q1 underway, and for the top guys, it's just about getting a decent lap together and getting through to the next part of qualifying. For the guys in the midfield and towards the back, it can make or break your weekend getting through to Q2. So it's very crucial for the guys towards the back of the field this session. Jordan, you can't be sending me shit like that. That's so funny, man. Where are you, Ernesto? Hey, you'd be struggling, I think. There's a few of us struggling today. My God. But yeah. Oh, he's here! Yes! Ernesto. You are the real OG of this channel. You are the OG, because I know you've not had much sleep, and for you to be repping this stream, mate, you are the OG of this channel. If I could do like a Jamza thing and put your man of the match, I'd put your man of the match. Man of the month, don't he, Jamza Rising? Man of the month. If I could put your man of the month, mate, I would. Say his name 3 times and he appears. Like a genie thing. Captain Scarlet. Anyway, what's this guy saying? Won't be happy. Lawrence Stroll back in Ocon P3. Yeah, I know. But yeah, Ocon P3 was very bold. It's just what I wanted to see. SHT. He's not looking quick. This channel called Madman. Exactly. That. If I could pin a comment, I'd pin that comment. Well, this channel is called Madman Motorsport, so making crazy predictions suits it. Damn right. You know, that's what I'm going for. Captain Scarlet is at Sainz to win. No, Sainz won't win from last. You're mad. I assume Captain Scarlet means Carlos Sainz. But no, he ain't winning this race. He's going to be starting from the back, Chris. He's here. Really hope Alonso fortune will turn around. Oh, Alonso's been doing well. Alonso's been smashing it the last like 4 or 5 races. In the points. Oh, I did have DNF a couple of races ago, but on the whole, Alonso's on it. He might be 40 years of age, but he's still got it. We're just watching one of the Alpha Tauris going extremely slowly on an outlet. Look at these out laps. They're crawling around at 20 mile an hour. This is mad. They've got to sort this out. They've got to do minimum lap times, because this is mad. Yes, welcome in, Daniel. Welcome in, Dan. How are we doing? Bit of qualifying at Circuit Paul Ricard. Welcome to the stream, Dan. Yeah, Ernesto. Ernesto, how have you made it in, bro? Because I've just been sent a picture and you were out of it. Magnussen started from the back as well. Yeah, Sainz and Magnussen will start from the back. Yeah. Right. Let me make sure that's working. Yeah. Are the names moving around on the live timing? That's the crucial thing. Leclerc, Perez, Sonoda. Yeah. As we're moving around, as long as the names are moving around on this side of the screen, then we're cushy. Then it's bang on. Here we are on board with Pierre Gasly then. Coming down towards turn 8 for the first time. Leclerc's purple in sector 1, so Leclerc's fastest of anybody straight out of the pits. Still like a corpse in his car, bro. Yo, is Denver still going? I feel like Denver's still going. It's a madness. But yeah, Gasly was bullish ahead of qualifying, saying he's going for Q3, gunning for a top 10 start. Is Pierre Gasly after AlphaTauri bringing a big upgrade package this weekend? They're not the only team with a big upgrade package, supposedly Mercedes, but I feel like it might have upset the car rather than improve it. But yeah, let's see how AlphaTauri do, because they need to get the season underway. They've had a couple of really good results. You know, I think Pierre was 5th in Azerbaijan, but other than that, AlphaTauri have not really had much to shout about. So can they turn up in France today? Of course, Gasly at his home race as well, so he'll be really wanting to perform this afternoon and get high up on the grid. That's his dad with his Pierre Gasly's dad. Well, I assume it's Pierre Gasly's dad with both fingers crossed for his son. Yuki Tsunoda goes second, but obviously it's very early on in Q1. We've still got 13 minutes to go in this Q1 session. He's still going. He's still going, is he? Yeah. A prediction for Q1 exit this session. To exit, good question. I say both Aston Martins, Latifi, a Haas. Oh yeah, and Zhou Guanyu. I'll say, yeah, they're both Aston Martins, Latifi, Schumacher, and Zhou. I'll say that. Maybe predictions for being knocked out, but you never know. Oh God, Rob passed out on Denver Stream last night. Oh yeah, words all day with sort of them proper 12 kicked in. Oh, it's been funny. It's been a funny night, hasn't it? You know, this is like the morning after. Feel like death. Feel like death on steroids. Oh God. But yeah, Max Verstappen on a flying lap then, on his first flying lap. 11 and a half minutes to go in Q1. Obviously Q1 just about not being in that bottom five, and Max should do that easily. But you've still got to put it round and get a decent banker lap in. They go really wide in the exit of turn 6 there, almost off the circuit. And it seemed like a bit of a handful actually round turn 6. It wasn't simply a one turn in, one turn out of the corner. Wow, 340 kph down the straights for Max Verstappen, launched it into turn 8. Cheers, Chris. Yeah, if you are enjoying it, give it a like. And yeah, if you're a Formula 1 fan, you know what to do. Get yourself subscribed live, not just this weekend. If you're new to the channel, you know, I'm live every single qualifying and every single Grand Prix for the Formula 1 World Championship. So, you know what to do. But yeah, Verstappen quickest in the middle sector then. Perez gets out of the way. Yeah, Mick could get knocked out as well. He's not looking rapid here. I know, that's what I was thinking. Unfortunately, you know, Mick Schumacher probably my favourite driver, but you know, he's had a couple of mega weekends, but Haas don't seem to be as on it this weekend as they were at Silverstone and Austria. But wow, so Leclerc quickest then, and Verstappen crossed the line and didn't beat Leclerc. So Verstappen a tenth and a half behind Leclerc. Interesting. Here comes Lewis Hamilton then round the final corner. Is he stuck behind an Alpine? It won't be the fastest lap in the world. No, Hamilton goes P6 on a 33 flat. Yeah, 1.3 seconds. He will have to improve from there. Russell goes 7th. Yes, Denver. I might pop on afterwards. Yeah, you're still rocking it out. I can't believe you, lad. Absolute trooper. Welcome to the stream, Denver. We've got DRS open all over the place. Obviously qualifying, there's no sort of you don't have to be a second behind the car in front in quali. You can just whack open that DRS regardless. DRS all the way, lad. But yeah, it was Leclerc from Verstappen, Perez. Norris up in P4 at the moment, but like, you know, he's a second off Leclerc's pace. Bottas up in the top 5 at the moment. Whether that'll stand or not, I would doubt. We are watching Fernando Alonso coming around the last couple of corners. Come on then, Fernando. Let's see what you got. Not set a lap time so far, and with 8.5 minutes to go, needs the lap time. Crosses the line then. Fernando Alonso goes P5. Nice. 32.8. So it's Leclerc, Verstappen, Perez, Norris, Alonso, top 5. Here comes Ocon at his home race then, as Albon goes P11 and Ocon goes top 10 then. My podium prediction might be a bit wacky on that one, but Alpine have been quick. The last few races, so I just went full send with my predictions. Gone Ocon home podium, I've said. Verstappen just with the understeer, man. He's good. Verstappen complaining that his teammate Sergio Perez was on the racing line. Not ideal. Q1's always going to be a bit of a nightmare though with traffic, with all 20 cars out on circuit. It always is a bit of a traffic situation. Maybe not this track for Alpine. No, maybe not this track. Maybe not this track. But I suppose they haven't got a podium up to now, have they, this year? I don't think. But I think that they might get a podium before the end of the year. And I back them to beat McLaren. I've been saying for a few weeks. I back Alpine to beat McLaren to 4th in the Constructors' Championship. They're looking really strong. And the thing is, with Alpine, they've got both drivers that are consistently in the points. McLaren, unfortunately, have only got one driver that's consistently in the points. So if the cars are pretty much evenly matched, which I believe they are, there's only one winner in that battle, isn't there? If you're running with two, you know, to quote Christian Horner, running one-legged is not the way. Albon P12, I know. Williams are a bit of a dark horse here. It's a bit mad because that upgrade package was bought to the Williams like 2 races ago, but it seems to be really working this weekend. Leclerc saying on the team radio, "I don't understand why we did this second push on the tyres." Yeah, Alpine best finished 5th. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, they both got a 5th. Yeah, Alonso 5th in Silverstone, Ocon 5th in Austria. Yeah, they had a good season. I mean, I know Norris got that podium. Like, you know, McLaren have had the better one-off result, but I think over the full season, Alpine are looking stronger. Yeah, so we start up to the bottom 5 then, yeah, with under 6 minutes to go. And, yeah, Sainz goes 3rd fastest, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, Magnussen's not even come out of the pits. Yeah. That's a cool little Ferrari model that kid's got. Yeah, Magnussen will start at the back anyway, and we get a graphic confirming that now. We'll start the race on the back of the grid following power unit penalties. And I suppose Magnussen will come out, do 1 lap. I didn't take that into account, actually, when you said who you predict to go out in Q1. I should have said Magnussen. Yeah, Magnussen. Yeah, the bottom 5 at the moment then is Zhou Guanyu P16, Mick Schumacher P17, Nicholas Latifi 18th, Sebastian Vettel 19th. And then the graphic, unfortunately, cuts off. There's nothing I can do about that at the moment. I'll work on that. Try and get all 20 cars on the list, but it's just the way it is on the website. And yeah, so 20th is Magnussen, who's not even come out of the pitch yet. I'm good, Donald. How are you? Welcome to the stream, and welcome in Anto as well. Welcome in. 4 minutes to go in Q1. But I'm good, yeah. A little bit, still gathering my bearings, you know. Bit of a heavy night, but I'm firing on all cylinders. Let's go. And so is Zhou Guanyu, who comes out of the pits now. Needs a lap. That's having a horrible time in the last 3 sessions, yeah. I know, Gasly 14th. Well, we'll see. We'll see. This is the crucial. Everyone piling out of the pits now for on shiny soft tyres, and then we will see how it's all going to pan out. But yeah, Gasly's going to have to improve if he wants to get through. Tsunoda P11 in the other AlphaTauri. Bottas still up there in P7, not bad. In fact, the top 7 haven't gone out. Oh yeah, they have. Perez is going out now. Yeah, they're going out. He's got to get back on it, doesn't he, Jordan? Oh God. Hope you're all right, Donald. Welcome to the stream. Anyway, last 3 minutes of Q1. And we're getting to the tasty end of the session here now. This is going to be where the times will start to tumble now. Everybody out on circuit apart from Leclerc, Sainz and Norris then. So Norris feeling like he's safe then. A second off the pace in P5. And then Sainz, not worth doing another lap. Save the engine. He's going to be starting at the back anyway. And Leclerc P1, Doesn't need to stress it. You're chilling. Leclerc's chilling on a 1:31.7 P1, so he's not come out. Sainz saved the engine. He's not out. And Norris, happy with P5, I presume. But everybody else is out there, and they've got 2 minutes to go, and they're crawling round on the outlap, trying to get their own space on circuit to go for one more flying lap to get through to Q2. Last lap to get our bottom 5. Exactly, Anto, yeah. Mercedes shocking start. Well, 8th and 9th. It's not the best, is it? Let's see if they can improve. But Zhou Guanyu will be first across the line to start his flying lap, followed by everybody else. So, as we follow Zhou Guanyu through the first sector, down the hill towards turn 3. You have to just launch it into turn 3. Watch the understeer on turn 4 and line yourself up for that sharp hairpin turn 5. And then, whoa, he's nearly spun it. Wow. Zhou Guanyu, the back end out, full Tokyo drift mode. And yeah, he's done. He won't be improving from that. No way. Drifting the back end of the car out onto the blue stripes. And it looks like Zhou Guanyu will be out. Magnussen coming out on track. Yeah, Magnussen's out. Oh, Albon spun. Where's he spun? At turn 6? Albon spun. Flipping it, they're all struggling at turn 6. Zhou Guanyu lost the back end at turn 6. Albon, yeah, Hamilton's been held up massively because of Albon spinning in front of him. Whoa, this is getting... DRS has kicked in for you, Ernesto, yeah. Here comes Zhou Guanyu to the line then, but he isn't going to improve. And he's out. Zhou Guanyu is 16th at best on the grid for the French Grand Prix tomorrow. He's knocked out. Let's see how everyone else does. A lot of cars on the flying laps. Damn right. About 15 cars on flying laps at the minute. Here comes George Russell, next man across the line. What can he do? Doesn't improve. So it's 9th at best. Could he be in trouble with that? I don't know. He might get through with that one. Ocon doesn't improve either. He stays 10th. Here comes Yuki Tsunoda to the line. He's 11th at the moment. He doesn't improve either. What's going on? Ricciardo doesn't improve. He's 12th. That's dangerous. Here comes Lance Stroll to the line. Go on then, Lance. No, he doesn't improve. So he's right on the bubble. Lance Stroll is 15th and knocked out. Mick Schumacher improves, goes P10. So Stroll's definitely out. Zhou Guanyu's definitely out. Go on, Mick. Bang. Vettel goes P11 as well. And Kevin Magnussen goes 6th. I mean, he'll start at the back, but what? He's knocked out Daniel Ricciardo. I think Ricciardo's out. The graphic's gone off the screen. I feel like my live timings has froze. Oh, has Mick Schumacher lost his time? Are the live timings updating? Yeah, the times. Yeah, I don't think it's. Oh no, it is, because Ricciardo's back up to P. No, we've had 2 people's lap times deleted there. Gasly is out. Yeah, this is throwing a spanner in the works, because 2 or 3 drivers have just had the lap time deleted. They must have for track limits. And so it's ended up Gasly out, Stroll out, Zhou Guanyu out, Mick Schumacher out, and Latifi out. Mick Schumacher, despite going... Yeah, look at that. Mick Schumacher's lap time was deleted. Track limits at turn 3. Oh, Mick. Yeah, lap time deleted. I don't think he's the only one either. I think it's someone else. I think Stroll might... No, someone else had a lap time deleted there as well. Wow. It's ended up Pierre Gasly out. Alex Albon's through. So it's Gasly 16th, Stroll 17th, Zhou Guanyu 18th, Mick Schumacher 19th, Nicholas Latifi P20, and Albon scrapes through. Right, I'll be right back in a sec. Wow. Oh, yeah, so what do we make of that then? Pierre Gasly was gunning for top 10. He was bullish of his chances, ending up 16th and out. No surprise, Latifi out, yeah. Is Vettel through? You're right, Vettel P11. Vettel P11 and through. Mega. Yeah, so it ended up Leclerc, Verstappen, Sainz, Perez, Norris. Magnussen was 6th. That's out of nowhere. He'll drop to the back anyway because he's got engine penalties. But Magnussen with a mega lap. He only did one lap as well. Alonso was 7th, Bottas 8th, Hamilton, Russell. Mercedes were 9th and 10th. Wow. They're taking a big step backwards this race. You know, the last couple of races they were looking on it. Yeah, Vettel was 11th, Ocon got through in 12th, Tsunoda was 13th, Ricciardo scraped through in 14th, and Alexander Albon through in P15. Wow. Underestimate that Aston Martin. Maybe we're underestimating 4-time world champion Sebastian Vettel. Maybe that's our problem. Yeah, great lap by Vettel. How many times Gasly knocked out in Q1? Yeah, AlphaTauri not having a great season. I think they're down to 8th in constructors now, AlphaTauri. Maybe even 9th, though. No, you got Williams, Aston Martin, and AlphaTauri. Yeah, AlphaTauri 8th in constructors at the moment. I think they've got 27 points. I mean, you know, Gasly's there with 16 points in the championship. Tsunoda with 11. Nowhere near where they were last year. They've not taken full advantage of these new rules. You know, I say it every week, but Pierre Gasly was getting top 8, top 6 finishes regularly last season. Oh, they're talking to me. So, hang on. So, Mick Schumacher, they're getting Mick Schumacher ready to go out in Q2. No. They've deleted his lap time, but it seems like Haas are going to try and protest it or try and get it reviewed. That's surely not. Imagine Mick Schumacher reinstated. No, I've never seen that before. Surely it's slam dunk. Surely it's just like a goal line technology thing. Well, is it not? Is it just by the naked eye, I suppose? That seems... Here we go then. So they're going to analyse this. Right, let's see this track limits violation by Mick Schumacher then. Down into turn 3. Let's have a look. Go on then. Right, so he's gone right... Oh, so he's cutting the corner too much is what it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's too much. He's hitting the bollards. Yeah, he's cut the corner too much in turn 3. He's put all 4 wheels across the white line. Yeah. No, he's cut the corner too much, and they may as well switch the engine off. I think he's definitely out. They ain't gonna get that. They ain't gonna get that overturned, and he is out of the car now. And he'll start 19th. Well, he might not start 19th by the time Sainz and Magnus start behind him. He might end up starting 17th or something. But yeah, he's gone. Yeah, he's gone, man. Norris and Alonso take the top 5 spot if possible. Yeah, I think one of them two can pull something out of the bag. I'd love to see that upset the top teams, definitely. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Albon's spin put everyone sort of, it was the next few cars that were behind Albon. Yeah, they just had a nightmare. They couldn't, yellow flags, car facing the wrong way, and yeah, a lot of people didn't improve. Yeah, they are. They were, Matty. Yeah, they were talking to Raise Control about that delete. But no, it's a slam dunk. When you saw it fully analysing, you can see he's just cut the corner too much. Yeah, AlphaTauri, big upgrades, but Yuki Tsunoda made it through anyway. So we'll see how far Yuki can get up the grid. But yeah, we are underway for Q2. And yeah, this session just about getting into the top 10. Making it through to the pole position shootout. So if you're in a midfield car, this is this can make your weekend getting into that Q3 pole position shootout. Looks like Hamilton's going to be the first man on a flying lap then in Q2. Down to turn 1 he goes. Oh yeah, 2. Lewis round turn 6 then. Don't go too wide there. Ooh, he's almost off the circuit there. Yeah. Russell quicker than Hamilton in the first sector. I tell you what, Mercedes might be. They've got to give it everything now in Q2. This is where we really see where Mercedes are in comparison to the top guys. Are they really a second off the pace here this weekend? I feel like they are. Now into that long turn 11. Lebose. Hamilton, purple middle sector then. So Hamilton quicker than Russell in the middle sector. Norris goes purple sector 1. Wow. Lando Norris looking quick. He is having a bit of a nightmare season, yeah. AlphaTauri are having a bit of a nightmare season. So Lewis first across the line, then obviously goes quickest. George Russell 0.3 slower than that on a 33.6. Albon 0.4 slower than the Mercedes, but here comes Lando Norris, who might be quicker than both Mercedes. Leclerc's quickest in the middle sector, and here comes Lando Norris then to the line. Go on, Lando. And does go quickest. 32.7. He's half a second quicker than Hamilton. Wow. 0.6 of a second quicker than Hamilton. Times again. No, the times are working. Times are working. Norris on a 32.7. Leclerc goes quickest though on a 32.5. Yeah, no, the lifetimes are... Norris faster than Merckx in both sectors. Yeah, that's worrying. That is worrying for him. Here comes Sergio Perez to the line. And does go quickest by nearly half a second. Wow, 32.1 for Sergio Perez. As we cut to Max Verstappen coming around the final corner. McLaren are 3rd and 4th at the moment. Wow. And Verstappen beats that by a 10th. So Verstappen goes into the 131s. So at the moment, early on in Q2, we've got Verstappen, Perez, Leclerc, Norris, Ricciardo, top 5. Mercedes 7th and 10th. Here comes Kevin Magnussen. He'll start at the back anyway, but might as well give it a go. P5. Magnussen's quick. It's a shame he's got this engine penalty stuff, because Kevin Magnussen could start in the top 6 this weekend without all this. It is a real big shame that Kevin Magnussen will have to take an engine penalty, because he is looking rapid. I would fancy, under normal circumstances, I would fancy Magnussen to out-qualify both Mercedes. Hamilton 1.3 off the pace. Russell's now in the bottom 5. Wow. I mean, whatever upgrade they thought they brought to the Mercedes, they're probably best taking it off again. Go back to what they were running at Silverstone and Austria, I would say. Alonso faster than the Mercs as well. Ricciardo faster than the Mercs. You know. Vettel quicker than Russell. Work that one out. And oh, look at Vettel. If Vettel makes Q3, it's mega. Absolutely mega. We're on board with Carlos Sainz then, out of turn 7. Obviously, we'll take the engine penalties just like Kevin Magnussen, so it doesn't really matter where he qualifies. He's going to be at the back. But he's quickest of anybody in Sector 1 anyway. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the best upgrade, does it, Anto? It doesn't seem like the best upgrade at all. Sainz is quickest in the first and middle sector. Wow. What a lap this is. It's a shame it doesn't really count. Yeah, this is a mega lap by Carlos Sainz. Here comes to the line. Oh my God. Sainz has just pulled an absolute rabbit out of the hat there. He's a second quicker than Verstappen. It's absolutely mega. How is he doing a 31 flat? That's crazy. Have they just done one lap of fuel? Brand new tyres. I can't work that out. Sainz has just blown them all out of the water. That's ridiculous. They must have just fueled the car for like one lap. It's untouchable. I don't know. They must have done something unusual. Maybe because they know that Sainz is not really in contention. Maybe they've just done something wacky, like let's just do one lap of fuel and send it full engine mode. I don't know. That's to go a second quicker. That doesn't even make sense. I think we've seen one of the Mercs out in Q2. Yeah, I think you could be right. The Mercs are going to be struggling. I mean, with Sainz setting out 31 flat, it's blown everyone out of the water. Hamilton's now 2.1 seconds off. If Sainz didn't have this engine penalty stuff, I'm gobsmacked. You can't just slap. You can't just slap a lap in. Slap a lap in. This is second quicker than the Red Bulls. What's going on? Three seconds faster than Tsunoda, yeah. That's night and day in Formula One, that. The thing is, he's 2.1 seconds quicker than Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes. Crazy. That is the most confusing, epic, random lap I've seen this season. Carlos Sainz, Q2, French Grand Prix, a second quicker than anybody out of nowhere, is definitely the biggest WTF moment of the season. What the actual F has he done? It's mad. Maybe because he's got like brand new engine. Maybe like everything's brand new. You know, he's got the brand new turbo, brand new engine, brand new MGUH, brand new everything. Then they've just done one lap of fuel, brand new soft tyres. The traffic, maybe there was no traffic. The car was in a perfect, the tyres were in a perfect working condition. And everything, maybe just everything was just absolutely bang on. Even that, he'd probably only be a quarter of a second quicker than Verstappen. So I'm baffled. What's Santo saying? He put a rocket on his car, man. They'd done something. That's crazy, SHT. That's crazy. 4/10 in the final sector. Did he take a different line into the... Did he try something experimental? I don't know. Is everyone sandbagging and Sainz has shown the real pace? Is Verstappen, Verstappen, Perez and Leclerc just chilling and not really going for it? I don't know, but no one's beating that. I'll tell you that for a fact. No one's beating Sainz's 31 flat. What a shame he's got the engine penalties, because he could have put them all in the bin today with that kind of a pace. Here comes Esteban Ocon then starting his flying lap, and we're down to the last near enough minute and a half of the session. So these are the laps that really count now to get into the top 10. Currently in the bottom 5 is Vettel, 11th, Russell P12, Ocon 13th, so he needs to improve, who we're watching right now. Alexander Albon's 14th at the moment, and Yuki Tsunoda is 15th and last. Come on then, Esteban. In my opinion, the most underrated driver on the grid. He's quiet. He doesn't get himself involved in controversies. Gets on with his job. And, wow. Launching it into turn 8 there. It's like... That camera angle, then you just seen Ocon come in like sideways, like wrestling with the car. Brilliant. On the limit. On the limit, Esteban Ocon. Come on. Yeah, it looks spectacular, but it might not be the fastest way to take turn 8. But I'd love to see him do well at his home race. Come on, Esteban. Rocket pace. Yeah, I think that sums up Ferrari, really. Rocket pace, but poor reliability, yeah. You know, blowing up engines every single, blowing up engines every other race. You ain't winning championships, are you? But here comes Ocon to the line then. Go 6th. And these are the laps that really matter then, with time just about to run out. Go on then, Seb. Oh, Vettel's out. I don't think he'd do another lap on that, will he? Bottas goes up into 7th. Here comes Yuki Tsunoda, goes P6. Go on, Yuki. He's putting Gasly in the bin here. Fernando Alonso goes P5. If Yuki Tsunoda gets through, that's massive. Here comes George Russell there. I tell you what, the Mercedes are... What is Mercedes doing here? George Russell, 15th and last at the moment, goes 6th. Bottas P10. Hamilton out at the moment. Hamilton needs a lap. Right. Right, Ricardo's gone P9. Here comes Kevin Magnussen to the line. He'll whack it top 5. Watch this. 7th. Kevin Magnussen. Here comes Lewis Hamilton then to the line. This is critical for his weekend. Goes P5. He's through. Lewis Hamilton's through to Q3 when it mattered. When it mattered, he's near enough got the pace of the Red Bulls. He's only a couple of tenths. He's nowhere near Sainz. He's in a different league. Leclerc did a lap time only a 10th off Sainz, and Ferrari are rapid. Ferrari are absolutely rapid. Ricciardo's out, Ocon's out, Bottas out, Vettel out, Albon out, and Ferrari are absolutely rapid. A second quicker than Red Bull. This is the biggest gap I've seen all season. Sainz is with his 31 flat that we knew about. Leclerc's gone a 10th of a second slower. And Verstappen in third's 9 tenths off it. I mean, Verstappen didn't do another lap at the end. Maybe the track's just rubbering in. Maybe the track's just really ramped up in grip in the last 5 minutes. Who knows? Yuki's through. He is. Yuki Tsunoda's through in P10. Knocked out then is Daniel Ricciardo, fortunately. P11. Esteban Ocon at his home race, P12. He's knocked out. Valtteri Bottas, 13th and out in the Alfa Romeo. Sebastian Vettel, unfortunately, looked like he could have a sniff at Q3, but didn't in the end. Ends up out in P14. And Alexander Albon, P15 and last in that session. It's a shame. But it is what it is. Ended up then Sainz, Leclerc, Verstappen, Perez, Hamilton, Alonso, Russell, Magnussen, Norris and Tsunoda. They'll all go through to the pole position shootout, which Ferrari have just... At the end of that session, Ferrari have just gone, yeah, this is what we've got. This is what we've got. Bang. I tell you what, this championship's not over, you know. Ferrari got this kind of a pace. They just need to... And Red Bull will be looking at that going, wow. Red Bull will actually be looking at that going, ooh. What can we do? Ricciardo and Ocon will start the top 10, by the way. Oh, that's true. That's true. I didn't consider that. Yeah, Magnussen's through, but will start at the back. And Sainz is quickest of anybody, but will end up at the back. With both of those guys with engine penalties. So, yeah. Ricciardo and Ocon will start 9th and 10th anyway. Everyone will get promoted up a couple of positions. Well, everyone in the top. Well, no. Everyone from... Oh, everyone will get promoted up 2 positions. Alfa Romeo have disappeared recently, yeah. Bottas had a great start to the season. But it has just dropped off a little bit, hasn't it? Yeah, it has just dropped off a little bit, Alfa Romeo. Leclerc for pole. Yeah. I think that's what I've got in my predictions as well, Leclerc pole. Whether he finishes the race or not is a different matter. But I did have him for pole position. He's had a lot of pole positions this year, to be fair. It's not a crazy prediction to say Leclerc pole. I think he's, you know, had 7 or 8 poles in the first 11 races, so. Oh, cut to Nico Rosberg, 2016 champion. Ooh. Probably the only F1 driver I disliked. But he's long gone. Yeah, everyone got promoted. Yeah. Everyone's going to get promoted when the grid penalties of Magnussen and Sainz come into action. Ocon won't be too disappointed since he will be starting 10th. Yeah, it's not a disaster, is it, for Ocon? And Alonso up there in the top 10, shootout as well, so... Be a good fight this year between McLaren and Alpine. It'll be a really good fight for P4. It's if Ricciardo can get on it. If Ricciardo can pick up form, at least he doesn't seem a million miles behind his teammate here. But the crucial difference is Norris is through, Ricciardo isn't. Yeah. Yeah, Gasly down there in P16. It's bittersweet seeing his teammate go through to the top 10 shootout, isn't it? You'd be thinking, well, the car's got the potential, but I haven't unlocked it. So it's kind of a, ooh. You don't want to be absolutely thrashed by your teammate. Even if it does mean that your car's quick. Sainz pole. It could be a case of Sainz pole. But he won't be starting the French Grand Prix from the front. But he could set the fastest lap, yeah. Michael Schumacher did that once at Monaco in 2012. He got pole position, effectively, but added engine penalty just like Sainz has got here. So despite him setting the fastest lap, was demoted down the grid, which is a bit of like a anticlimax. And that would have been his only pole position since he rejoined as well. Gutted. But yeah, it could end up Sainz quicker, but being pushed back. I think it happened to Hamilton as well. Spain 2012, I think Hamilton got pole and ran out of fuel on the in-lap. And so his lap was deleted and left Pastor Maldonado to take pole and then go on to win the Spanish Grand Prix. You know? Oh, it's got things saved in my brain that shouldn't be saved. But that's what being a Formula 1 fan is. Remember random stuff like that. Michael got pole in Monaco 2020. Exactly, SHT. Exactly what I'm saying. It's not a nice situation, is it? Yo, Tax, how we doing, bro? Welcome to the stream. You're just in time for the pole position shootout Q3. The time's already gone and the cars are already creeping round on their outlaps. Oh yes, Sainz, mate. Yeah, they're just saying on Alonso's team radio. Yeah, Alonso's race engineer telling him that yeah, Sainz might give Leclerc a tow, yeah, because it doesn't really matter what Sainz does, so he may as well help out Leclerc. Yeah, we've seen that teams do this at Monza, where they sort of do the slipstream situation and try and help out the teammates down the long straights, but I don't know whether they'll try and pull that. But yeah, just picking up on it there on Sky, like the these outlaps are getting slower and slower and slower. It's getting a bit daft. I think they need to tackle this because they're all just creeping round at 20 mile an hour. It's an unusual situation. Michael also qualified second alongside Steve Rosberg in front row in China 2012. Oh no. That was Rosberg's first win, wasn't it? China 2012. Oh, was it? Yeah. That was Rosberg's first win. China 2012, wasn't it? I'd forgotten what happened to Schumacher in that one. They did line up 1-2, did they? Mad. Here we go then for the first flying laps in Q3 here at Circuit Paul Ricard at the tasty end of qualifying. Yeah, his first win. I predicted Russell to get his first win this weekend, but nope. Making predictions on a Thursday is a bit of a mistake, shall we say, before we've seen any laps. Maybe I should do FP1, FP2, then predictions, and then quali. Maybe that's how I should rig up the weekend, rather than doing predictions, then FP1. Because it's not working out for me, I'm not going to lie. Well, yeah, Leclerc quickest in the first two sectors then. Yeah, Ferrari are looking rapid, you know. Yeah, you've got to really, in a weird way, you've got to really ignore what Sainz does. It's Leclerc versus the Red Bulls, this. Because no matter what Sainz does, he's going back to P19 or 20 anyway. But, yeah, let's have a look what Charles Leclerc can do then. He's round the final couple of corners now. Verstappen quickest in the middle sector. Here comes Leclerc to the line then. Oh, a 31.2. 4/10 of a second quicker than Sergio Perez goes Charles Leclerc. Here comes Max Verstappen. And Verstappen can't beat Leclerc, so it's Leclerc, Verstappen, Perez by 0.008 of a second. The gap between the top two is so close. Here comes the Mercedes then of Lewis Hamilton, only P4 on a 32.4. He's miles behind. Mercedes are well off the pace. Mercedes are 1.2 seconds off the pace in France. Lando Norris goes 6th. So it's Leclerc on a 1:31.2. He's gone 0.008 of a second quicker than Verstappen. Perez 4/10 off that pace. But Mercedes a full 1.2 seconds off. Russell and Hamilton virtually setting identical lap times, which confirms Mercedes' pace. What is going on? They're worse than they have been in the last half dozen races. It looks like. That's mad. Norris 6th. Fernando Alonso 7th at the moment. Yuki Tsunoda 8th. And then the other two haven't even set a lap time. Sainz and Magnussen have not even set a lap time yet, because they know it doesn't really matter what they do. Ah, right, I see. So Sainz is giving Leclerc a tow up to turn 10. Oh, you don't. Okay. And then pulls out. Yeah, that's nice teamwork. It's nice teamwork from the Ferrari boys. Sainz giving Leclerc a tow all the way down to, and even through turn 10, down to turn 11. Back to reality for Mercedes. Yeah, that's one way to put it. Back to reality. They were making leaps and bounds. Silverstone, they looked on for the win for a few laps. You know, Hamilton was hunting down the Ferraris, and I was starting to think, can Lewis do this? Didn't pan out, ended up third. Lewis is on the back of 3 podiums in a row as well. And, you know, I was sort of excited coming into this weekend, thinking we could have 6 cars fighting for the win, but it's not pan out like that at all. We've gone from 6 cars to 3 cars fighting for the win, because Russell and Hamilton are 1.2 off the pace, and Sainz will start from the back. So it's literally Leclerc versus the 2 Red Bulls. Old set of tyres could be close on new rubber. Were they on old tyres? Well, yeah, they've got room to improve then. I didn't clock that. But you might be right. But I still don't think they're getting anywhere near Leclerc, Verstappen and Perez. I just don't think they're getting anywhere near them. which is so disappointing. I was so hyped for a 6-car fight. I think it will eventually happen this season, where we'll get 6 cars fighting for the win. You know, British Grand Prix was pretty good. That was nearly like that, with 6 cars fighting. Russell was obviously out, but you know, you had the Perez and Hamilton and Leclerc and all going wheel to wheel throughout that race. And I thought, yeah, we're in for an absolute banger of a second half of the season. But they've dropped off, despite bringing upgrades and they brought an updated floor of Mercedes to this race, but it seems to have taken a step backwards, unless Ferrari and Red Bull have taken a step forward. You know, it's not like they're standing still. You know, they'll be bringing upgrades. But with 3 minutes to go in this Q3 pole position shootout, this is where it gets. These are the crucial laps now. As we see Antonio Giovinazzi in the Ferrari garage. He is now the Ferrari reserve / development driver, I suppose. I don't really know. Mercedes will be half a second off the pace. I think it'd be worse than that. I think there'd be 1.2 as they are now. Maybe it's 9/10 or something. A second. I mean, I hope not. I hope you're right. I hope it's half a second or even closer than that. I would love it. You know, I'd love to see Lewis just bang in a lap and get up there with Perez's time. But I just, for some reason, they've just not got it. But we'll see. Like you say, they could, you know, slap a brand new set of tyres on and improve a big chunk, because they need to improve a big chunk. Are my predictions holding up? Dead. Yeah. But my predictions are always a bit wacky anyway. You know, if I could do boring predictions and get it more or less right every week. But what's the fun in that? When you can predict Ocon on the podium and Bottas on the podium and Russell to win the race and, you know, 7 cars DNF and what's the fun, you know? You got to have a bit of fun, don't you? There's no point in me predicting Verstappen to win every race and Leclerc to be getting pole. So the predictions are not scoring many points if there was a predictions league, put it that way. But the day I nail it, listen, the day I nail the predictions, I've got bragging rights for years, because I'll be the only one that will have predicted it. I've got a top 3 of Russell, Sainz, Ocon. They'd give me $1,000,000 on that William Hill right now. But anyway, here we go with 48 seconds to go in Q3. These are the crucial final laps. Leclerc is 1/100th of a second quicker in Sector 1 than he was before. So Leclerc's quickest in the first sector. We cut to Max Verstappen going round turn 6 and slower. I tell you what, it's in Leclerc's hands, this. It's in Leclerc's hands as Verstappen heads down to turn 7. We cut to Charles Leclerc, who's being towed along 2/10 up. He's being towed along by teammate Carlos Sainz. Round turn 10, 160 mile an hour. Get out of the way, Carlos. And here comes Charles Leclerc now, barreling into turn 11, bit wide. And then he's going to cut in and hit the apex late. Nicely round there, but it's in Charles Leclerc's hands. Purple sector 1, green sector 2, which means personal best. Verstappen's not got it. Verstappen yellow sector 1 and sector 2. But Verstappen's going to have to pull an absolute heroic final sector if he wants to challenge Charles Leclerc here today. Leclerc comes around the final corner then to the line. He's going to smash the time. Here comes Charles Leclerc in a 30.8 pole position for now. I don't think anyone's going to beat that. Charles Leclerc has set a lap time that's 3.5 seconds, 3.5 tenths quicker than Verstappen. But here comes Max into the line. Can't get near it. 3 tenths off Verstappen front row. Here comes Lewis Hamilton then. 5th at the moment. Goes up to 4th. 31.7. So he's a second, 9 tenths off the pace. Lewis Hamilton, pretty much where I said. Here comes George Russell, lines up P5, can't beat Lewis Hamilton. Here comes Lando Norris then. Go on then, Lando. Bang! Splits the Mercedes. Lando Norris goes P5 on a 32 flat. Go. Well, yeah, 3 Brits in a row. Yeah, 4th, 5th, 6th is the British little trio. And it looks like Sergio Perez is going to be 3rd, so it's ending up Charles Leclerc on pole by 3 tenths of a second over Max Verstappen, who start P2. Sergio Perez will be 3rd, Lewis Hamilton 4th, Norris 5th, Russell 6th, Alonso P7 in the Alpine, not bad. Yuki Tsunoda ended up 8th. Sainz and Magnussen didn't really set a lap time, and they'll start at the back anyway, which will promote Ricciardo and Ocon up into the top 10. Ricciardo will start P9, Ocon will start P10. But yeah, Leclerc, Ferrari with the team strategy as well. Sainz with the slipstream, giving him the slipstream down the straight to round turn 10, down to turn 11. That was the key. Gets 3 tenths advantage over Max Verstappen, and it's another pole position for Charles Leclerc this season. That's got to be his 8th, hasn't it? That's got to be his 8th in 12, surely, or at least 7. Team radio, Max Verstappen then. Unfavourable wind. Well, that's the headline. Unfavourable wind for Max Verstappen. Depends what he's eaten the night before, I suppose. I've had a bit of unfavourable wind in the past. Ferrari look evil. Ferrari are evil. If by evil you mean rapid, then yes, they are rapid. Charles Leclerc with another pole position, but tomorrow's a race. He's got to get to the finish without blowing the engine up. And, well, I make it sound like it's his fault without the Ferrari exploding on him. But, yeah, if he can get to the finish, he might be doing all right. Ferrari might have the pace this weekend. But he's going to be hunted down by the 2 Red Bulls who start 2nd and 3rd. Go on, Rangers, by the way. But, yeah, that's about it from me. For today. If you have enjoyed the stream, please do drop me a like. Obviously it helps out the channel. I'm just really getting it going. We're on the 1st season of doing this, so yeah, drop me a like if you have enjoyed it. Obviously it was a decent qualifying session, and if you are a Formula 1 fan, you know what to do. Get yourself subscribed, because I'm live every single qualifying and every single Grand Prix, and the next time I am live is the French Grand Prix tomorrow. That will start at 2 PM UK time, so I will be live at 10 to 2 for the French Grand Prix tomorrow. But yeah, that's about it from me. Yeah, Leclerc takes pole in France, ahead of the 2 Red Bulls, and Mercedes a 2nd off the pace in 4th and 6th. See you tomorrow, guys. Peace out.